The beginning of this pandemic's quarantine was weird and confusing. I was kicked out of my dorm and told I had to go learn online for the rest of the semester, and I wasn't sure that would go well. I wanted to do something, so I joined Postmates and Instacart. I did that until it started to become mandatory to wear masks, which is when I knew things were serious, and I decided I should probably stay at home. It wasn't until one morning I saw the sunny sky and began to get excited to be back in San Diego. I did a Spider-Man marathon, but no Tom Holland because he's not good at Spider-Man. I started trying and making new foods, which was fun, considering I don't do it that often. But hey, we have time, so why not, right? I go over to my girlfriend Lauren's house about once a week, and she does the same. Neither of our families really leave the house, so we're safe. We've been hanging out with her snake and gecko. Her snake's name is Dinosaur, and her gecko's name is Roseanne. I've been handling them a lot, mostly because she wants me to hold them, which has got me super stoked to handle my bearded dragon more. I've been taking him outside just to hang out in the sun. We found another lizard outside, and they both just kind of hung out, which I thought was pretty funny, although he could have eaten him because he does that. I've also had a lot more time to hang out with my dog Bear, or Mr. Bear, as I call him. I'm super appreciative of this, since I don't get to see him much anymore due to living 14 hours away in Humboldt. Bear is the best dog. He's so cute and does funny things. There's no doubt that he likes all of us being home. One, because we're all here to play with him, and two, because it means he gets more cheese. We find him sleeping in a lot of different places all over the house and trying to rip up his toys. But that's just Bear for you. Since we've been in quarantine, a lot of weird stuff has happened, one of which being my dad having me give him a haircut. It was weird, but kind of cool. My dad also came up with this idea to do a 5:45 dance party every day. We've been doing things like that, as well as making cool dance videos. I've had a lot of time to do stuff. My brother and I got to spend Siblings Day together. I've gotten to redecorate my room a little bit. And we've gotten to see some pretty rad sunsets too. I've been drinking tea and hot chocolate more frequently, and my mom bought me this sick King Kong mug, so now I have a cool mug just like the rest of my family. I found out that my best friend and I both played on the White Sox when we were younger. And I've also gotten to take the time to take some pretty cool pictures around my neighborhood. My brother and I have been working out with some equipment that I found, which is cool. And with everyone being home, we've also had the time to talk to family over Zoom or phone call or whatever that may be. With all this extra time, my brother and I have been able to hang out a lot. We have a pretty big field called the Greenbelt across the street from our house. We have been going out a lot and playing different sports like football, lacrosse, baseball. We hadn't done any of this in a long time, not any time recently, so I am enjoying the time. We used to wake up every morning when we were young and go play outside. Being able to spend time with Jake like this again has brought back some good memories. I definitely miss him when I'm up in Humboldt. It's different. Hanging out with him means I can kind of be a kid again and be silly. We have been finding random stuff in our garage and using it outside, making up games, and having the regular brotherly competitions. This is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing. Without times like this, it would be a lot more boring for sure. We've also gotten to watch a new show called The Midnight Gospel we both really enjoyed. And done stuff like waking up early and making breakfast for our parents. Since quarantine started, my family has been playing a lot of games. My girlfriend comes over and we play whatever game we feel like that day. We've been pulling out games we haven't played in years, which is super rad. My mom, brother, and I also made clay figures. My brother's really good at it, so he helped me with mine since it was my first time. I've also had to deal with my truck dying because I am barely driving it, since I don't really have anywhere to go. One place we did drive, though, is the beach to see the waves glow at night. I've been looking at a lot of my local scenery lately, like San Diego's great sunsets and stargazing at night. looking for different planets. Another thing my family has been doing is skating a lot. Skateboarding, longboarding, you name it. It's a pretty freeing activity and obviously a lot of fun. We just skate around in our front yard to stay busy and somewhat active. Honestly, it's a great time to practice and test out new tricks. I think all of us have learned at least one new trick on our boards. I myself am more of a longboard and cruiser kind of guy because it's more similar to surfing, but I still do enjoy regular skateboarding. We all share a lot of laughs outside when skating, especially when we attempt a new trick and eat it. Those moments are always pretty funny. I'm glad we have an activity like this we can take part in these strange times with no end in sight. Otherwise, I think all of us would be really, really bored. Even my dog has taken part in the skateboarding. We also had a beach day in my front yard. I taught my brother how to stand up on my soft top. He did really well. Using what we had, I did my best to feel like I was back out in the water. Beaches are reopened here, but I think it's too soon to go back out to the San Diego beach crowds. Bear even misses the waves. These are tough times for sure, but I've appreciated the time I've gotten to spend with my family and to figure out my priorities, all while taking a step back and really taking a look at how fragile our lives are. These are times we will look back on someday, and we will always remember who we were with and what we did to get through it.